Think black is the universal color of sadness? Think again. Here's a history fact that will blow your mind. Number 1. In many cultures, including Europe, white was the traditional color of mourning. Yep, you heard that right. For centuries, white symbolized purity and the soul's innocence in the afterlife. It was the go-to for funerals and periods of grief. But then Queen Victoria came along and changed the game forever. When her husband Albert died, she wore black for 40 years. Her long period of mourning set a new morbid fashion trend among the elite, which eventually trickled down to become the global norm we know today. So basically, our modern funeral attire is just the 19th century royal fashion statement. History is weird, man. Number 2. Weddings weren't originally about love. Nope. Think of them more as a merger between two family corporations. The goal? To gain power, land, or a fancy alliance. Romance? That was optional. Love was something you were expected to develop after the deal was sealed. Talk about pressure. And the next time you're crying at a wedding, remember, at least it's for love, and not a really good deal on sheep. Number 3. Santa Claus was inspired by a real person. Beat St. Nicholas, a 4th century bishop from a place called Myra. And no, he didn't have a red suit or a workshop. He was, however, a total secret Santa. One night he'd heard about a family in desperate need, so he decided to help, ninja style. His move? Sneaking up and tossing gold straight through their window. Talk about an airdrop. His kindness became a legend, and stories of this gift-giving bishop spread across the world. Over time, the story of St. Nicholas evolved into the Santa Claus we love today. Number 4. The thumbs-up gesture was once an insult. Yep, in parts of ancient Rome, giving someone a thumbs up was like saying, "I want you dead." It was the signal for a defeated gladiator to be executed. The thumbs down or a closed fist actually meant to spare their life. Experts argue about the exact gestures, but the point is, your friendly like could have gotten you in big trouble. Maybe think twice before using it in your next text to a centurion. You know, just in case. Number 5. Bridesmaids originally dressed like the bride to confuse evil spirits or jealous rivals trying to curse her on her big day. The idea was that if a spirit wanted to curse the bride, it'd be so confused by the lookalikes that they'd just give up the mead. Like, which one is it? They all look the same. This is too hard. I'm out. And that's how a century-old ghost hunting tactic evolved into one of the most cherished traditions in a wedding. Now they're just there to support the bride. And maybe still confuse a few people. Think your grandma's grandma got a diamond ring? Think again. Number 6. The diamond engagement ring tradition. This ancient romantic custom is actually younger than your great-aunt Mabel. Yep, it's a 20th century marketing trick. A certain diamond company needed to sell more rocks, so they invented a tradition and convinced everyone it was essential for love. And just like that, generations of guys were stuck saving for months to buy a shiny rock that, let's be honest, is pretty impractical. So next time you're watching a snappy proposal scene, remember, it's all just a really good ad. Now pack the popcorn. Number 7, the handshake. We do it every day thinking it's just a polite greeting, but its origins are a lot more stabby. In ancient times, it was a way for warriors to show they were unarmed, grabbing each other's forearms to prove they had no hidden weapons. A sign of peace, born from a check for war. And over time, it evolved into the friendly gesture we know today. So next time you shake hands, remember, you're continuing a centuries-old tradition of setting no weapons for now. Number 8. Birthday candles represent souls. Yep, the ancient Greeks and Romans thought the flame was a tiny piece of your soul connected to the gods. So when you blow it out, you're not just making a wish. You're literally sending your prayer straight to them. So make that wish count. Your soul is on the lines. Now, pass the cake. Number 9, knocking on wood comes from tree worship. Yup, our ancestors believed spirits lived inside trees, guarding their luck, till they'd not to awaken the spirit and ask for its protection. Just like today, we still do this to a peace particle board. Number 10. April Fool's Day possibly started because people refused to accept a calendar change. Back in the day, New Year's was a big deal, and it ended on April 1st. But then the powers that be decided to move the new year to January 1st. Some people said, nope, we're sticking to our old calendar. So the people who accepted the new calendar started making fun of the traditionalists, calling them April Fools and playing pranks on them. Just like that, a day to mock your friends for being stuck in their ways was born. Happy pranking. Number 11. New Year's resolutions date back over 4,000 years to ancient Avalon. That's right. Babylonians started this whole new me thing. They would promise the gods they'd pay their debts and return any borrowed farm to us. Still, our hit the gym and read more is just the 2024 version of Return Marduk Shovel. And just like today, the gods probably knew most of them wouldn't follow through. Some traditions, it seems, are just too powerful to break. Number 12, the tradition of toasting drinks. You do it at every party, but what if I told you it started because everyone was a suspicious jerk? Back in the day, if you were invited for a drink, you were basically playing a game of, will I survive this? The fear was real. So, to prove the drinks were safe, a clever tradition was born. By clinking glasses hard enough to mix the drinks, you were saying it out, if I'm poison, you're coming with me. Thankfully, today it means the opposite. A toast is a symbol of trust, friendship, and a great story to share. The next time you cheers, remember, you're not just sharing a drink, you're sharing a piece of history. Cheers. Number 13. Ever wonder why we wear these weird giant robes to graduate? It's not a fashion statement. It's a leftover from the church. Because back in the day, universities were basically run by monks. They wore these robes for warmth in unheated libraries. So, when students graduated, they got their own little blunk uniforms as a status symbol. Over the centuries, the style stuck around, getting a few upgrades here and there, but the core look remained the same. So, next time you're in your cap and gown, remember, you're basically an honorary monk, just with that Wi-Fi. Number 14. Fireworks were originally used to ward off evil spirits, not just celebrate. That's right, before they were lighting up the 4th of July, they were scaring the pants off of demons. Back in ancient China, some clever alchemists were trying to make an elixir for immortality. Oops. Instead, bake that gunpowder. And they quickly realized its best use, making a racket to scare away the Yan, a monster that terrorized villages. The idea spread like wildfire, from warding off people to celebrating weddings, victories, and the new year. So, the next time you watch a fireworks show, remember, you're not just watching pretty lights. You're helping to scare away the boogeyman. Happy celebrating. Number 50. Nascan festivals were meant to let people break groove, without any spiritual consequences. Back in the day, a festival mark wasn't just a costume. It was a literal get-out-of-jail week carved on your soul. Quite a tumult again, right with the babeth wide. Though absolutely wild, smile by the mountain and you would virtually covered. The ideal was that the marked with dripping dogs or spirits into thinking the mischief was done by the deity the mask represented, not you. So when the festival was over, who just took off the mask, and poof, your karma was green. No eternal damnation for that pie bunt. The next time you buy your metaphor to a party, remember, you're carrying on an ever-true tradition of Cough the Point Street payoff. Have fun with it.